Oh my goodness, well, as you can tell, I'm back to the sticks and bricks yet again. So what's going on? I got to Elephant Butte and found the parking place, and we stayed overnight. And I had to move in the middle of the night because where I was parked, it was like kind of at a slant, and I kept sliding out of bed. It didn't work so well. So like about 3 in the morning, I, drove up to the top of the thing and stayed there, and we were fine there. But then getting ready to go back, I'm hearing this thing going crunch, 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 crunch going down the road. And it's like it's horrible, horrible sound. So I get back and I call the tire place because it sounded like, when your tire separates from a steel belted radial, and it makes that horrible sound, and it's like that the whole way back. Yeah, 70-something miles worth of that. So I get back and I go to the tire place. And of course you have to wait. You wait for an hour and a half for them to look at it. And they look at it and it's not the tire. So the guy calls me over and he shows me what's going on. It's rubbing metal to metal. So then I take it down to where I had the installation done for the, And he looks at it and he thinks, he's calling Off-Road Prius and they're talking. And he thinks it's in a matter of alignment. Well, I get an alignment. It's still doing it. So I call him back and said, that's not it. It's still doing it and it's grinding. And I just, you don't want to drive at 2 feet because you hear, it's horrible. So he's back on the phone again with Prius Off-Road and figured out, wait a minute, what about the dust cover? And he says, I didn't see a dust cover on it. I don't remember ever taking one off of there. So the dust cover apparently adds an inch. Because he's going, well, when it's, on the ground, there should be an inch of clearance. I said, there is not an inch of clearance. I'm telling you, I can feel it. You can hear it. I can hardly hear the phone. You can feel it in the pedal grinding. There is not an inch of clearance. There is no clearance. It is grinding metal to metal. So he's going, well, so they have me coming down. I'm going to go back down again at 8 a.m. in the morning. And he said, yeah, there should be the dust cover. He goes, well, don't worry. If it doesn't have it, we can get it at the auto parts store. So hopefully that's it. But I have to say, all the guys have been really good. They're taking the time. They're looking at, they're going to make it right. So, but yeah, it's the worst feeling when you got metal to metal grinding and you got to drive it and you're hearing this grinding and you're feeling this grinding and you're just going, oh my God, my car, I said, I can't drive it like this. So anyway, I go back again at 8 a.m. and, but they think they know what it is. He said, oh, the guy that's got the off-road Prius says, oh, I had that happen on one of my first ones that I had put a lift kit on. He said, I bet that's what it is because you lose that clearance. So it's metal to metal. And I'm going, trust me, there is no inch. It's not when I hit a bump. This is grinding the whole time. It's, and you can see it on there where it's grinding. This is not just, off-roading and you hit a bump and it hits. No. This is ongoing, continual grinding. So anyway, hopefully tomorrow I have to grit my teeth and drive it down there. And so hopefully that fixes it. He was saying we're a week out, you know. We have things backed up for a week, but he's come down. We're going to get it. We're going to get it done. So, you know, he's been really good. He offered to, you know, help pay for the windshield if I wanted him to. But they said, you know, it could have been off-roading. You hit a bump and if there was a little thing there, it could have cracked it. So I'm not going to have him pay for that. You know, he gave me a really good deal putting in the lift kit. So, yeah, no. So, anyway, I go back again tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. And so hopefully we get it figured out and I'm able to finally be out of the area and off on the road. It's just one thing after another. Every time I want to go, you know, something else happens and I'm stuck here again. It's like, you know, Murphy's Law. You want to go and then one thing and another thing and another thing. And every time you turn around, it's another complication that comes up. So that's what's going on here. Tomorrow morning, I have to go down again, and we'll see if we can get this done. You know, it's not fun when I go down there. They don't have a waiting room there yet. They don't have a chair. They have nothing there. Thank goodness I've got my toilet there that I can use, you know, as a seat. I can take it out of the car, and I have a seat. While they're working on the car. They are in the process of making a waiting room, but it's not done yet. So I'm sitting in the far end of the garage. Yeah. It's just... You know, but I can't fault them. They're all really, you know, nice guys. And, you know, they want to make it right. And we're just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Why is that? So I wonder if the other side has the dust thing on it. They have to check that tomorrow. And we'll see. So hopefully this is the last time and we get it totally working right like it's supposed to be. Anyway, as I'm sitting in there, I'm reading this book, all the UFO sightings that have happened in New Mexico. This is from the 1930s on up through. So, really, it's that thick. It's thick. A lot of sightings it's got from the 30s, 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 90s, you know. And what's been going on throughout the years. Then it's got ones where people have had contact with various aliens. And then it's got about a few families, a few people that are gone. Now, one of them was really interesting. It was his family, and she says, she called up some of her relatives and said, you know, I've met this aliens, and, you know, you may not see us again. Sure enough, they were gone. They never found them. And you're going, okay. And it's got a number of ones that were contacted. And some of them are really interesting. One of them, this guy died of stomach cancer. He's not around anymore. But he got these photos of these UFOs. I mean, clear photos. and was talking about, that they were here and they want to try to enlighten people not to have the wars and stuff. So anyway, it's just really, really interesting in the various different types and what happened in the different crafts that they have seen, etc. Now, a lot of them took place over here, the other side of the Oregon Mountains from where I'm at, out by White Sands, where they're doing the missile testing and all of that. And purportedly, at one time, they did have an alien at Alamogordo base questioning him. And then apparently in the 30s, there were seven different crashes, not just the one in Roswell, 7 different crashes. So this book is really interesting. It's just like, and this is all, the book is that thick and it's only just in New Mexico. Nowhere else in the U.S., just all of these things just happened in New Mexico. So very, very interesting. As I'm waiting for the car, an hour here, an hour there, another, hour. I was 6 hours waiting for the cars today. I'm, going through that book. But yeah, really, really an interesting one. So anyway, the puppies are here and they're fine. And yeah, I need to call the groomer. They need a bath. They've been out there digging in the dirt. I came back today and Lily comes in from the backyard. She's got mud all over her face. So she's been out there rooting and digging again. Troublemakers, I'm telling you, these two. Digger beasts. I've never had dogs before, ever, that dug. Both of these two are diggers. And they like to dig by the foundation of the house. I don't know. But, yeah, I need to try to call the, tomorrow morning, I think I need to call the groomer and see if I can get these two in. You're dirty dogs now. You need a bath. It's trouble with white dogs. Yeah. But, yeah, they love to go out and play and dig and do all the stuff they're doing. There he goes. So on that note, I'll leave that here, but that's what's going on here today. Just, but that sound. Oh, my Lord. Grinding and grinding. So I don't know what happened. On that note, I'll leave that here.